What's going on, everybody? It's Hope you're doing well. It's the easiest programming language to learn, as well as being the most popular in the world right now. And according to Glassdoor, the salary for new Python developers in the United States is $64,000. If any of this sounds good to you, well then, let's get started. If you need to download Python, go to python.org/downloads and click this yellow Download Python button. Open when done. Check Add Python 3.9 or another version to path. Install now. And then give it a little bit. It states here that setup was successful, so let's close out of this. Our next step is to download an IDE. That's an acronym for Integrated Development Environment. Think of it as software that helps us write other software. One IDE that I recommend is PyCharm. You can find it at jetbrains.com/PyCharm. Go to download. If you'd like to pay for a professional version, you can click this download button, but since I don't like to pay for things, I'm going to use the free community version. At this point, we just have to follow the standard installation procedure. Click Next. You can pick a destination folder, but I'll keep the default. Next. If you would like a desktop shortcut, then check this. I would also recommend updating the path variable. Next. Install. And then give it a minute or two. Then after finishing, I have a desktop shortcut, so I can just click on this to run PyCharm. Let's create a new project. Name this project whatever you like. I'm going to name this project Hello World. And I recommend not creating a main.py welcome script right now. I'll show you how to do that manually. And let's create. If you need a Python file to work with, this is how to create one. Go to File, New, Python file, and I'm going to name this main, and then click Python file. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now have an empty Python script that we can use to begin coding. Now, if you checked this box, create a main.py welcome script, and then created a new project, then your main Python file will probably look a little something like this, but that's completely fine. We can just delete this. I don't know about you guys, but the font is very small for me, so let's change that. We can change that by going to File, Settings, Editor, Font, and you can increase the font size. Let's say 25. You can also change the font too. What's a good one? How about that? Then click Apply, and OK. Much better. We can actually see something. To run a Python script, just click the screen play button in the corner. Alternatively, you can go to the Run tab and then go to Run. Okay, so this box that appeared at the bottom, this is referred to as a terminal window. This will display any output that your program has. And this line at the end, process finished with execode 0, that just means that there were no errors in this program. So currently this program doesn't do anything, but let's change that. Let's print something. Let's print a message. So to print a message to the terminal window, type print, and then add a set of parentheses, and then you can type a message. But it has to be within quotes, either double quotes or single quotes. It doesn't matter. So let's think of a message. I don't know. I love pizza. Then let me run this. And in my terminal window, it says, I love pizza. To print another line, just add another print statement. Print, and then your message within quotes. It's really good. And well, what do you know? It printed, I love pizza. It's really good. So ladies and gentlemen, you just wrote your first Python program. By the way, you can change the font as well as the font color of your terminal window by going to File, Settings, then go to Editor, Color Scheme, Console Font, and Console Colors. Let's change the font. Let's say I would like whatever this font is, then click Apply. Let's change the font color too by going to Console Colors. For any output, you can click number 2 and select a color. Let's say I would like bright green. That should be decent. And for anything else, let's say this will be a dark color so I can barely see it. So then let's click Apply and OK. Oh yeah, that's much better. Well, everybody, that was your very first Python program. I'll post any useful links and timestamps for this video in the comment section down below. But yeah, welcome to Coding with Python. Hey you, yeah, I'm talking to you. If you learned something new, then help me help you in 3 easy steps by smashing that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you'd like to become a fellow pro. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Bro. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, I'm going to explain how variables work in Python. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you find this video helpful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support will help keep this channel running. All right, let's do this. A variable is a container for a value. It behaves as the value that it contains. It's much like an algebra lesson back in the day where we had to solve for whatever value x was, and then we can reuse x and it behaved exactly as that value. Well, with programming, we can do that. Plus, we can assign variables of different data types. So they are not limited to just numbers. We can assign whole words, numbers, and even these things called booleans, which are either true or false. But I'll get more in depth into data types a little bit later on in this video. So let's create a variable, and this is how to do so. We need a unique name for this variable. Let's say name. Name equals some value. Now, the first data type that we'll cover is strings. A string is a series of characters. So to create a string, we can either use single quotes or double quotes in Python, and we can assign this a value of whatever your own name is. So I will assign this variable name a value of Bro. Now this variable will behave exactly as if it was this value, this name, and then we can reuse this variable for something. So let's print whatever our name is, print name, and this will print whatever your name is to the console window. Now when you print your variable, make sure you don't put it within quotes, because what we're doing then is literally printing the word name, as you can see here. So if you need to use your variable for something, make sure it's not within quotes. Now we can combine our string variable with another string. So within our print statement, let's print a string literal such as hello space plus name. So we are combining strings, and then we're printing the result to the console window. So this will print hello Bro. Now you can actually check the data type of a variable. So I'm going to turn this line into a comment. So what you do is take the name of the variable, surround this with a set of parentheses, and then precede the set of parentheses with the type function. And this will print the data type of this variable to the console window. And you can see that it says class str, short for string. A string is a series of characters. A name is a good example of a string, a series of characters. So that is how to check the data type of a variable. Just use the type function. Now you can actually combine variables together as long as they're of the same data type. So let's change our name to maybe first name, and we'll create a second variable called last name. Now a common naming convention with variables, if it has 2 words, separate each word with an underscore. It's not necessary, but it's common practice for Python. And honestly, I sometimes forget about that, but don't tell anybody. So let's create another variable called last name. Last name equals whatever your last name is. And then let's create a third variable called full name, full underscore name. And let's combine first name plus last name. And let us display full name along with hello plus full name. Now, these two names were combined together to create a whole new variable. Actually, what I think I'll do is add a space within my variable. So I'm doing a bunch of string concatenation. I'm combining the variable first name plus a space character plus last name. So the result is hello, whatever your first name and last name is. So that is a variable of the string data type. It is a series of characters. Now, with strings, we cannot normally use these for any sort of math. That's where the next data type comes in. For the time being, I just turned all of these lines into comments, and we are going to move on to the int data type, short for integer. This time, let's create a variable called age, and we will assign this a value of whatever your age is. Let's just say that I'm 21. Now, when you assign a value of the int data type, make sure that it is not within quotes, because then technically it would be a string then, and you can see that the color scheme for this number actually changed. So if this was a string, we would treat it different than an int data.